This is Giovanni Santiago, the Root Cause Coach. And today I'd like to go over how to lose 10 to 20 pounds within 30 days. Now, what I'm going to cover is number one, how to lose 10 to 20 pounds or up to 20 pounds in 30 days, the difference between Ozempic and Mounjaro, what they do, their side effects, how to qualify, and how to get both at 70% off if you have zero insurance. So first, let me give you a little bit of background about myself. My name is Giovanni Santiago. I am the Root Cause Coach. I run a company called Root Cause Solutions, and I specialize in cellular detox. I work for a very prominent detox doctor, probably one of the best in the world, who's been basically detoxing patients for over 20 years. And I was a practitioner with him. And then even last year, I actually became a health advisor with them. So I know a lot when it comes to detox and cellular inflammation and what it does to the body and how it affects us. I also am a MAP practitioner. Basically, I deal with people with trauma. Trauma has a major effect when it comes to our overall well being, and especially when it comes to weight. A lot of emotional eating out there. A lot of it has to do with stress and trauma. I'm also a certified NLP and a neuro linguistic practitioner and EFT and a keto coach. So, and by the way, I'm also a user of the Wegovy, which is the semaglutide. So let's talk about how to lose 20 pounds in 30 days using Ozempic or Mounjaro. So Ozempic is active ingredient is called semaglutide. It's a glucagon-like peptide GLP-1 receptor agonist. Basically, it mimics the GLP-1 hormone that increases insulin secretion and inhibits glucagon release, slows gastric emptying, and reduces the appetite. Ozempic approved for improving blood sugar control in adults with type 2 diabetes. It is also recognized for its weight loss benefits, even though that's not really what it's primarily for. So what is Wegovy? Wegovy is the signature name for Ozempic. It's specifically for weight loss, but it uses the same ingredient, semaglutide. What is Mounjaro? Mounjaro, which is Tirzepatide, is a dual glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide, GIP, and GLP-1 receptor agonist. It targets both GIP and GLP-1 receptors, enhancing insulin secretion, suppressing glucagon release, slowing gastric emptying, and reducing food intake more effectively due to its dual action. Clinical studies have shown significant reductions in A1C levels and body weight. Ozempic has demonstrated an average HbA1c reduction of around 1 to 1.5% and a weight loss of up to 15% in some patients. Mounjaro studies indicate that even greater efficacy in reducing HbA1c and promoting weight loss due to this dual action. Patients have shown an average of HbA1c reduction of 1.5 to 2% and weight loss of 20% or more. So how do you administer it? Ozempic is administered once weekly via subcutaneous injection, available in doses that starts at 0.25 down to 0.5 and 1 milligram. Very small shots, painless. You literally do not feel it. Mounjaro is also administered once weekly. It's using the same type of injection, either a pen or small little diabetes shots. Let's talk about its side effects. Ozempic common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and constipation. More severe but rare side effects can include pancreatic and kidney injury. Most of the people get a little bit of nausea, but everybody's different. For Mounjaro side effects, same as Ozempic, including gastrointestinal issues like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Due to its dual mechanism, the incidence of some side effects might be higher initially, but often decreases over time. You get used to it, basically. So how do you qualify? Now, these medications are not prescribed for people with any of these conditions. A personal or family history of certain thyroid cancer, Both tirzepatide and semaglutide have a box warning from the FDA. A history of pancreatitis. It suggested that GLP-1 agonists are associated with an increased risk of pancreatitis and pancreatic cancer. Clinicians will only prescribe these medications like Ozempic or Mounjaro if your body mass index or BMI is 30 or higher, 27 or higher if it's accompanied by weight-related medical conditions such as high blood pressure, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, high cholesterol, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and obstructive sleep apnea. So where do you fit? So here's an arrow. So let's say, for example, you are 5'6", and the other arrow is going down to the 30 here. So let's meet down in the middle, 186. Let's say you weigh 186, you're 5'6". You obviously would qualify because you're at a 30 BMI. But really, all you need to do is be at a 27 BMI in order to qualify. So does it work? The interesting thing is that celebrities are what brought this to the forefront. And in fact, Oprah Winfrey, who owns Weight Watchers, is now going to be prescribing it, meaning she's going to have her staff, medical staff, to actually prescribe it. So yes, it does work. I myself have been on the product, gosh, a couple months now. I've lost over 14 pounds, and I'm only at 10 pounds away from my goal. So yes, it does work. So the next question is, how can you save over 70% if you don't have insurance? And the answer is compounded versions. Compounded versions of semaglutide and tirzepatide, which is Mounjaro, are formulations of these medications that are prepared by FDA-approved compounding pharmacies. Compounding medications are typically made from bulk ingredients, which are less expensive than prepackaged brand name medications. The results in cost saving for patients, especially if they're paying out of pocket for the medication. Now, the great news, the awesome news, is that we have doctors and providers that will provide the semaglutide or tirzepatide at 70% off pharmacy pricing based on your qualifications. So here's an example. I went shopping for you. Okay, so Ozempic costs anywhere between $800 and $1,000, and you can see from the picture there, Walgreens is $823 and Costco is high as $1,000. So if you don't have insurance, generally this is what people would have to pay. Same thing with Mounjaro, costs anywhere between $990 as high as $1,000. I've even heard it costs as much as $1,400. And this, once again, if you don't have insurance. But we have a special bundle. I'm really excited about this because it took me months to be able to figure this out and make arrangements with providers. And we actually have the doctors and providers that will provide the Ozempic and tirzepatide massively cost reduction. So let me kind of go over what you're going to get if you decide that this is for you. Okay. First of all, this program is going to include the first month of semaglutide or tirzepatide, which is $1,000 value. Now, once again, it's based upon you qualifying. As long as the doctor, the provider qualifies you, we're going to include that in your first month. Plus, we're going to give you the following bonuses. We're going to actually give you access to virtual primary care. Many people don't have doctors, especially if you don't have insurance. So we want to make sure you have that taken care of. So you're going to have access to urgent care 24/7, 365-day demand, licensed physicians for anything. You know, most of the time when most people go to the emergency care, generally you have to wait 3, 4, 5 hours. You're going to have to spend $150 to $300, and really it's just for a prescription. So now you don't have to worry about that. If it's nothing major, you can call the urgent care 24/7, speak to someone immediately. If you need a prescription, they'll give you a prescription. You'll go to your local pharmacy and you're all set. In addition, you get the primary care. Now, this is the primary care physician where you can actually get your semaglutide or tirzepatide prescribed to you. So it's a real physician. You'll be able to see them consistently. You talk to them, whenever you set up an appointment. I believe it's a very small copay of like $25, but you'll be able to get the care that you need. In addition, a massive bonus is that they're actually going to give you two blood tests for you and your spouse or significant other. And that's a $500 value. You get it once a year as long as you're on the plan. We're also going to give you access to behavioral health. You'll have access to licensed psychologists, psychiatrists, and they can prescribe you medications if you need it. And the great thing is you can do it all from the comforts of your own home. You'll have access to dermatology. Licensed dermatologists will review your profile and any treatment plans that you may need. And you're actually going to have a care navigation and coordinator. This is really cool because if something happens to you and you need to go to the hospital, you can call them and they'll tell you or give you the best recommendation of the lowest cost position by you, especially if you're in dire need. And got to take care of the pets. We're going to give you virtual pet care for your pets. Now, they won't give you prescriptions over the virtual, telemedicine type of structure, but you'll be able to do a virtual, like a Zoom with them and go over the problems with your pets, and they'll be able to give you the directions of maybe to save you a trip to going to the vet, because we all know having a dog or a cat is expensive, so they can save you hundreds of dollars without having to go there, tell you what to do, or at least you have the right direction. So you're going to get the semaglutide or tirzepatide, which is $1,000 value. In addition, we're going to give you virtual care and the pet care. Now, the virtual care is for 7 people in your family. So it's not just for you. We want to be a blessing and make sure that your whole family is taken care of. That's a $1,500 value. In addition, I mentioned earlier, I am a detox coach, and I know that most of the time when people have issues like thyroid problems, Hashimoto's, weight loss resistance, diabetes, generally it's because of cellular inflammation. And so we're gonna give you 2 tests, one for you and your significant other, which is a cellular test. And what it does, it measures the malondialdehyde in your urine. This test will give us a good indication whether you may be struggling with cellular inflammation, which is why you may not be able to lose weight, why you have diabetes, why you may have thyroid issues, Hashimoto's, and all these other things. So I'm going to give you a 1-hour consultation for 2 people. It's a $500 value. And we're going to give you our premium membership. And this is where you're going to have access to our virtual providers to help you with your meds, but also you're going to have access to a community. This is where you can post your questions. These are all people that are going through the same thing that you're going through. You may have nausea, just whatever issues you have, post your questions. We're here to help each other. And I'm in there too. And you're going to be able to have one-on-one consultations with me to help you, guide you, to help you reach your wellness journey. It's all included. I mean, imagine having a doctor or a nutritionist or a provider at your beck and call. Basically, you're going to have that with us here, and that's a $2,000 value. So once again, we got your semaglutide, we got your virtual pet care, we got your inflammation test, which is $500 value, and our premium monthly membership. In addition to the support you're going to get from us, you're going to get live weekly calls. You're going to have Q&As. We're going to have special guest speakers. We're going to put we're going to have accountability. And that's important because a lot of times when you're trying to lose weight and a lot of people, if you're not in your situation, they don't understand. But here you're going to be in a like-minded community. You'll be able to help each other out. If you want to have accountability partners, you better partner with people virtually. And this is going to help you get to your goal. But even more importantly than all of that, not only do I want to help you get to your wellness goal and your weight loss goal, but once you reach your goal, I want to help you get off the med. Okay? Because studies show that most people, once they reach their goals, if they get off the med, they gain their weight back. We don't want to have that. We want to make sure that you establish the good habits. We want to show you how to wean off of it so you can go ahead and continue this and just eat healthy and have good lifestyle habits so that you don't have to continue this all your life. At least that's my goal for you. It's up to you, but I know I don't want to be on this for more than I have to be. Once I reach my goal, I'm going to continue my lifestyle, continue eating right, and doing everything I can so that I can go ahead and live a long life. Now, this is really, really special. And this is only for the first 100 members that we're going to include our very own Root Cause Solution Nutrition AI app. Now, our app turns your phone into your own personal nutritionist to help you create balanced diets, balanced meals. One of the things that I found with a lot of my clients and groups that I belong to is because you don't eat a lot, you're not getting the proper nutrients and you're tired, you feel fatigued, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm actually having this app created. It'll be done in a couple weeks. It should be late May, so that as you're on the program, you'll have some pre-done meal plans to help you. I use a like a slow carb type of structure, but we'll have a bunch of different meal plans so that you can literally be able to structure your meals. You're going to have the app. What it does, you're actually going to get a ranking from A to F on 26 different nutrients, and it's going to pinpoint the nutrients that you're deficient in. So you can literally voice voice your meals, and it's going to calculate everything for you, and then it's going to tell you, you know what, the next meal should have this, so you make sure you get the nutrients that you want. Now this is massive. Like I said, it's like having a $3,000 nutritionist 24/7, except you're going to have it on your phone, and this is included. Okay, you're going to be able to log your meals. You're going to have thousands of different calculations. You'll be able to know exactly where you're at with your meals, because like I said, we want to make sure that you're in this for the long haul. We want to make sure you reach your wellness goal and continue that goal for the rest of your life. Okay, so this thing's going to, our app's going to change your life. I really believe that. I'm looking forward to launching this. This is a $360 value. So if you add up our semaglutide for the first month, our virtual care, including pet care, our cellular inflammation test, our premium monthly membership, and our root cause solution app, you're looking at over $5,360 value. This is what you're going to get in our program. Okay. But the awesome thing is you're not going to have to pay $5,360 for this. As a matter of fact, we have a special bundle, and this is only $299 down and then $294 per month. Now, I can actually get you started with $75, four payments of $75 at 0% interest, because we have a service called Afterpay. At the checkout, you literally will be able to click checkout and pick the payment option and get started with only $75. Okay. And after the first month, just to give you some clarity, by the way, you're going to have a money back guarantee. There's no month, no contracts. It's month to month. Okay. Really important. You have a 14-day guarantee. If you change your mind within 14 days, we'll give you back your money. If you don't get approved, we'll give you back your money. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. We don't want your money. We want to make sure you reach your wellness goals. Okay, so to get started, and I was starting to say that, but let me just give you some simple steps. First, make sure you qualify. Make sure that you don't have any pancreatic issues or past thyroid cancer issues with your throat or anything like that. Make sure you have a BMI of 27 or over. Look at the training again. Look at the chart. You'll see, or you can even go online and Google BMI calculator, put your weight, and it'll tell you anything. As long as you have a 27 or above and you don't have any past cancer issues with the throat or anything like that, you should be okay. Place your order. Okay, once again, you can either pay the $299 and then $294 a month, or you can get started with $75 down, which you're going to have that option in the shopping cart. Then once you place that order, what's going to happen is you're going to enter your information with the provider. They're also going to ask you some pre-qualification questions. You're going to put your credit card in there also, but they're not going to charge it. It's for the following month, okay? Because it is included for the first month. Within 24 hours, you should get notified, and then you'll be able to pick up your med at your local pharmacy. And that's it. That's how simple it is, okay? So as I said, you can get started with as low as $75. It'll be $294 a month. And just to be clear on the $295, the $294 a month is going to be $145 for the semaglutide with the provider, and then our support is $147. Okay, just so you understand how that works. But the first month is all included, all right? So just to be clear. So all you got to do is get started. Just press the arrow below. We're going to give you access to the community immediately. We're going to go ahead and get you started so we can help you reach your wellness goal. My name is Giovanni Santiago. I hope you found value in this training. Reach out to me with any questions. I look forward to meeting you and speaking to you in the community. God bless.